Okay, no, wait. A question. What am I supposed to talk about? It's pop rock with a classical edge. It's emotional. It'll get you feeling every word I'm saying.
What you see is what you get, what you hear is what you get, and what you're listening to is who she is.
Everybody's I was born in 1992 in Johannesburg.
She was probably the cutest little girl you ever knew.
I didn't really have a normal kid childhood jumping on jumping castles and stuff. I spent most of my time playing piano and practicing piano every day to do classical music competitions. Thanks to my classical music, I actually picked up the guitar and I started teaching myself guitar. And after learning guitar, I hummed a few melodies in my head and I started writing the first song on my debut album Broken Truth called What If. What if I had said yes then? And what if I accepted her? You are everything I've ever wanted, yeah. And I'm going crazy for you, and you don't even know. I should have loved you when you said you loved me. I have a very close relationship with my family. My older brother Jack is my best friend.
Jack came to me the one day and he was like, you should take a listen to my sister. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, you and everybody else, you know. And I kind of always felt a little guilty about that because I didn't realize until I actually heard Eden's stuff that this was like a really serious artist, you know.
The first time I saw him, I was kind of shy. I was 14 and I was a little bit nervous.
She was a kid and she really was. It was like working with a mouse. She was really timid and really quiet, and I don't think she knew how good she was.
When I recorded my first song with John, it absolutely inspired me beyond belief.
Obviously, you know, the first time you work with somebody, you don't know. You've got no clue whether it's going to work, whether it's not going to work. But luckily enough with Eden, it just clicked.
I honestly did not ever believe that something could come out as good as it did with our first demo. Waited for the rain to call your name. I close my eyes and these tears run down my face. When I'm in your arms, the pain just breaks away. I look into your angel eyes.
Normally, I have very strict rules about family members attending sessions.
In the beginning, John didn't want me there.
It's generally been my experience that having family members in the studio is a really bad idea.
I have the most supportive mother in the world who really puts all her efforts into my music.
The other concern about having a parent or a family member in the room is that the artist can tend to behave differently. Like, for example, you know, a lot of kids won't swear in front of their parents or smoke in front of their parents. I mean, Eden doesn't do either, or at least not that I'm aware of.
Sorry.
Once Christine started coming to the sessions, of course, you know, the fringe benefits became really apparent, like
Serving some dinner,
dinner,
making coffees.
coffee.
Then I was a little bit more welcome.
You know, eventually I got to see that actually, you know, Christine is on the same page as I am.
He's like a son to me.
The first album was very much approached in a professional business kind of way, as a thing with a beginning, a middle and an end, and a process, and this is how we're going to do it.
The songs on the first album were a compilation of songs I had already written, and they were all ready for production.
I found a lot of the songwriting to be quite, there was a naivete about it, and it was kind of sweet, if you like, you know, so it was kind of nice to hear somebody singing, you know, singing about something that puts a smile on your face.
Enough was written about being hopelessly in love and wanting to marry someone someday. Marry me someday and give me your I think the fact that I wrote the song for him when I was 14 scared him a little when I played it for him. Obviously because we were both hopelessly in love with the same person, him. Well, you can cut that end, hey? Okay, cool.
Yeah, sometimes I forget that she's a teenager, you know, because often she carries herself like a 30-year-old. She certainly writes as somebody much older. She plays like somebody a lot more experienced.
I think when you're younger, everything seems easy to you and life is all good and happy. But when you start growing up, you realize that life is difficult and there are a lot of things you need to overcome.
She's growing up, basically, and it's showing up in her music.
I'm not afraid to say what I feel now.
If you could, you'd throw me away to try and hide from all your mistakes. And if you could, you'd throw me away.
Now the anger that I felt when I was younger is being able to be expressed in my new songs.
We've moved from it being like a once-off project to it being like a permanent kind of fixture.
The fact that I've been able to record my songs in a recording studio helps so much because it enables me to become a better producer, which is also something I'm aiming towards reaching in my future.
Eden often comes in with the production kind of already there in her head. So that's my challenge then, is to get the hell out of the way and just let that happen. Because when it happens beautifully.
I have my own opinion quite often, and so does John, but we've managed to work it together.
One of the things I've always admired and respected about her is that she will still bring forth her ideas. She's not scared to do that.
And when he strongly believes in something in my music, I really do take his advice, and 99% of the time he's been right.
You know, anything I come up with is a suggestion, and it's not law, and it doesn't have to be followed. It's just an idea, you know. And a lot of people get intimidated by that. They feel like it's an instruction and they absolutely have to do it. And Eden's never been like that. So that's probably why the recordings are so good.
Turn your gun towards a sinful one. I lived before, now I'm a soldier at war.
We've developed into a stage where we completely trust each other with our ideas, and that's just what's making everything work out.
Eden Michelle is a very honest, very down-to-earth person, and her music reflects that. Her music is very honest, it's very real, very unpretentious.
Turn